They can program one. No, well, this is a large one, but then in other classrooms, we got 3.
When we talk about education, it's lifelong learning. And I think that's why community colleges are so important in Illinois. We have to have a system of education in every part of our state. We have 48 community colleges that make sure that when folks want to learn something, they have a place to go to get the kind of training and education that makes a career. And that's really what today is all about. It's taking community college and converting that educational opportunity into a job career, an opportunity to have a meal ticket to the middle class. And it's very, very important that we really invest in our community colleges and in education in general in Illinois. I want to thank Mayor Emanuel for his strong support. Our education budget down in Springfield this year is indispensable to having a strong economy. We have to make sure we invest not only in community colleges. I used to teach community college at Prairie State, which isn't too far from here, and also at Triton Community College. And I taught at night, and I saw students who worked all day and wanted to improve their skills and get a better job, and they came to school at night. And so we've got to have these opportunities for all of our citizens in Illinois, everybody in and nobody left out when it comes to learning, because that's the best way to have a strong economy. Jobs follow brain power. And not too far from here are a lot of jobs, because we're the intermodal capital of the United States. We have the inland port of America. More goods are exported from Illinois than any other state. We're not on a coast. Any other state not on the coast, we're the ones. Right here in the heartland of America, goods come from either coast by rail, and then they're put on trucks and distributed all across the heartland of our country. And I think it's so important. We were just watching the students who are preparing for their CDL exams, for their commercial driver license, to be able to operate those big 18-wheelers. It's very important that we have well-skilled, safe drivers who know how to get the job done and done on time and deliver the goods where they have to be delivered in order to have a strong economy. So not too far from here, as I said, we have the intermodal with Burlington Northern Santa Fe, with the Union Pacific, and soon to be the Canadian National in Harvey Markham, setting up these massive places, distribution facilities where the goods come in and we distribute them, and then we also put our agriculture and other produce and other kinds of goods on those trains going back out to the coast and out to the world. Last year, Illinois had a 30% increase in exports, almost double the national average. Those are new markets and more jobs. So having those who are trained to operate in transportation, distribution, and logistics, TDL, those are careers that can really prosper in the 21st century and pay a decent wage with benefits in order to support a family.
To building a new school that will be focused on transportation, distribution, and logistics, as the governor noted. In the transition, it is in this facility that I announced our new community college board and the chancellor. On the beginning, what I said then was the reinvention of our community college system. That's almost about a year ago. By way of reference, we had done it in the room next door where we did the press conference. They're now doing the truck driving CDL certification. Every one of the people we just met are in a second career. Some had some other job. They're in between careers. One's a returning veteran. They're all doing it because the pay's good, the job's good, the benefits are good, and there's an opportunity at the end of that training. And in 2 months, they're out earning around 28 bucks an hour, not counting benefits. This will be the only transportation, distribution, and logistics school in the state of Illinois, in a field that in the next 10 years will produce 28,000 new jobs. These are jobs in Chicago, not in any surrounding state. This is a system, a school built for the kids and the adults of the city of Chicago and the surrounding area to get those 28,000 jobs. And as the governor noted, they can go in anywhere. We're the inland port, both export and distribution inland. It is investing in the people that will make that part of the economy grow, expand, starting new companies. I also like to note the facility we're in and all the campuses here were built temporarily when Olive-Harvey was going to be in 1970. They were temporary. 42 years later, the temporary is coming to an end. They were built literally to house the Olive-Harvey school. Olive-Harvey went up, they never came down. Right where you are now will be the next school for transportation, distribution, logistics, the only one in the state. And as the governor said, we're in juggernaut on intermodal. And as I've repeatedly said, if it moves on rail, roads, or runways, we do it. That's Chicago's economic future. We're going to make sure that we have the best trained, best skilled workers for that future. People will come here and get CDL. They'll get training on logistics that can move them up. Warehouse management. Each of those are short-term, meaning some are 3 months, some are 4 months. And as all the companies that are represented here that have already met working on the curriculum, they're giving us basic of what they want the workers to have. They'll take the skills after they're there, work them, train them up. They can come back, get other types of skills. But everybody in that room, so people kind of rethink about what we see city colleges doing and community college system for career-based education. That's not a graduate of a high school in the room next door. That's a veteran. That's a person laid off. That's a person between jobs. That's a person coming to night school. All saying, the three people we just talked to, this is $28 an hour. I want to move up the economic ladder. I want to get into the middle class. And either you have an educational system that gives them that chance, or they miss out on that opportunity. And close to about 14 months ago, we announced in here the reinvention of the city college system based on a career-based education, giving the adults and the young and the kids from our public school system the opportunity, and returning adults, the opportunity to seize a job in the healthcare field. Just the other day, the community colleges, for the first time, got accredited on dental education, which will be part of our healthcare-based education. Now we'll be the only school in the state doing transportation, distribution, logistics. Looking to the future, as we said the other day when we had our business plan, where are we going to grow, what are our strengths, and how do we accentuate those strengths? Chicago and the state of Illinois, both through exports and then through moving product throughout the country, is a transportation, distribution, logistic juggernaut. More jobs will be created in this area than in normal other areas. Do we have an education system to give the young high school graduates, the adult education, the chance to seize that opportunity, which is a ticket into the middle class? And our education system is now going to focus on ensuring that when a young man or woman or a veteran or an unemployed worker comes out of Olive-Harvey, every one of these companies, whether it's Canadian National, UPS, AAR, Coyote Logistics, they say, well, Olive-Harvey, well, we did that curriculum. Come on in the door. And prior to that, we got to be honest with ourselves. The certificate out of our community colleges didn't have that economic value that Cheryl keeps talking about. It didn't mean come in the door. It didn't mean have a seat, let's talk. The whole goal of this career-based education is so when a person comes out of Olive-Harvey, or a nurse from Wright Community College comes out, or a dental hygienist comes out, they said have a seat because they know that the curriculum was designed by the private sector partners of this school system. Nothing is more essential than we do in this partnership than making sure that the people of the state of Illinois, my particular interest, the people of the city of Chicago, adults or children, or young high school graduates, have that opportunity.